The only reason you bought a condo was because you wanted to retire comfortably. But it is 2025 and your plans might be outdated. You'll buy a condo in Tampines and then make a U-turn to a HDB is outdated. Your plan is not only outdated, it might be dangerous. So if you want to keep your current plan safe and relevant, please pay attention. In this video, I'm going to share with you 3 upcoming trends that you might have missed. The next upcoming trend I'm going to share is going to make you rethink your whole retirement strategy. Say you own a $1.4 to $1.6 million condo in Tampines, and you think your condo will appreciate in price, and you're gonna cash out this huge amount, and then you're gonna make a U-turn to a HDB flat and then live happily ever after. But have you ever thought about who will be buying your 3-bedroom spacious condo in the future? But Singapore's family sizes are shrinking from 3.7 per household to 3.1 in just 10 years. And yes, that means smaller families, they want to live in smaller condos. And if there are too many big condos for sale, what do you think will happen to prices? So be wary of this trend of shrinking family sizes. But does that mean you have to buy smaller condos now? Not necessarily. In the 80s, a 700 square feet unit was often a 1-bedroom unit. But fast forward 40 years later, developers are making these 800 square feet units into 3-bedroom units. On the surface, it looks like the sizes are getting smaller. But the difference is just not about size. It's about how efficient the layout is. So the new upcoming condos are focusing on versatility, reducing wasted space, and creating units that might look small on paper but feel larger and more functional, because you should focus on smaller but smarter units. Family sizes have gone down from 3.7 to 3.1. This other thing is going up and up as planned. Singapore's population is growing and eventually will reach 7 million, 8 million, 9 million people. So more families means more housing required. Who are these people coming into Singapore and becoming citizens? So these people who are coming working in Singapore, they'll probably be renting private properties. And a few years later, when they become PR, they might have gotten used to the lifestyle of living in a condo. So they are used to private pools, gyms, and other conveniences which HDBs do not offer. And when they are ready to buy, they want to buy a condo. In 2024 alone, we had 54,000 PRs and citizens coming into our shores. And there is a lot of potential buyers for condos. So what can you do with this information? Position your property wisely. Buy properties with good quality gyms, lifestyle options, and facilities with modern features. So typically, the newer condos offer this, because these new citizens and PRs are used to that kind of lifestyle. Although I mentioned 3 tips, here's a bonus tip because you stayed on. We've been talking about the population growth, the PRs, the citizens, but don't forget the small group of people. They are living amongst you. And not only that, they are quietly reshaping our Singapore property market. And this might change your whole approach to upgrading. Singaporeans love education. In fact, more Singaporeans are getting educated. Over the past 10 years, the number of Singaporeans who have degrees have increased from 41% to 53%. But it's not about the number of degrees, but it's about where these Singaporeans are getting their degrees from. It's just not Australia and the United States anymore. People are getting degrees from France, Germany, even Japan. And these Singaporeans are now exposed to a new kind of urban living. When these Singaporean students come back, their experience from overseas will influence how they choose the properties back home. And these Singaporeans are part of a global workforce working with MNCs that have almost a permanent presence in Singapore. That means these people value properties with long-term investment potential. And like I said, these Singaporeans have higher expectations because of their exposure to the international property market. Singapore's property market is always changing, and it is changing very fast. So you have to keep your plans active and always up to date. One of the things that you can do is work with a real estate expert. It's like how you would work with an insurance agent. So you can always stay informed and keep up with the market trends. Maybe it's time to evaluate your 2021 upgrading strategy, because your condo might now become a liability. So if you're thinking about planning your next upgrade to a property that will keep up with the trends, watch my next video and find out how you can take advantage of a modern property that will meet all your needs and keep up with the current trends.